seems to have been a theme in our life of expecting things to go one way and preparing for them and anticipating that, and then being handed a completely different deck of cards. We got married in 2006.
I think once we got married, we definitely knew we wanted kids.
Quinn was born on January 18th, 2011.
He's very athletic, dangerously so. He climbs higher than he should, running, jumping, anything like that.
Oink, oink, oink.
He loved to be read to. He loved interacting. He loved affection and to cuddle and hug with you. So when Quinn was just 10 months old, we got pregnant again with Juniper. Juniper is certainly personality. She definitely has a lot of it in her.
June is just a goofball. It's very funny because she's very, very girly, and so it's very fun, it's very cute.
In looking back, especially when you look at pictures, it certainly becomes obvious that he had become a child who would rather be left alone to read a book by himself.
At that point, we were still kind of hoping that he was just a late talker and that everything everybody had been telling us was the truth, that he just needed some time and he was just a little bit behind everybody.
We were there for 3 hours, and it was a long lesson in this is what autism looks like in a 2-year-old, and your son has autism.
It was a progression from everything will come together in a few months to, okay, he has autism, but it's not that bad, to, yeah, you know, if we do this, he'll be good in a year, probably. And it is a progression to accepting that it's a lifelong, condition.
Okay. The therapist that we found and chose to go with, Michelle and Jenny, they recommended that they only see him for 10 hours a week. And so we were looking at $700 a week.
Good job.
I have a diagnosis, I know what's wrong. We know how to treat it, as much as you can treat it. And the only thing standing between those two things is money.
I'm a police officer for Austin Police, going on 5 years now.
It never even crossed my mind that it wouldn't be covered by insurance. So we just started doing everything we could.
We maxed out the credit cards, went into debt, took out a loan, refinanced the car.
And he worked his fingers to the bone. I mean, did his normal job and then was also averaging 90 hours of overtime a month. That in itself, I think, was really hard because a child with autism has a problem connecting. So, ended up, we took away the one person he needed to connect with the most. Because we had to, because he had to work. That's when it became, I would say, devastating. I think we took Juniper's diagnosis much better because we at least knew somewhat of what we were dealing with and knew that there was a way to help. I found a support group through the Autism Society of Central Texas and went to a meeting and met a woman there. And so I remember telling me, oh, well, there's this great organization. They're right here in Austin. They're called Imagine Away.
It's very expensive. It could be, upwards of $40,000 per child just to get therapy.
If you're below a certain socioeconomic level, you get a lot of help. And then of course, if you're above a certain level, then also you have the means to do that yourself. But there are a group of people that are left out. They're in the middle. They make too much money to qualify for the grants and all the different things that some groups do. And they don't have enough money for the therapy for the children because it's incredibly expensive. And so what Imagine Way does is we provide the financial resources and make a difference in their lives.
The Whitteds have double the need. So we felt very fortunate that we were able to fund both of their children.
The day that they did bring us in and told us was completely overwhelming. I
didn't feel like I could thank all those people enough.
Hi, girl. How are you?
The Imagine Way grant allows us to get ABA therapy for the kids here in our home.
Hippos? All right, have a seat. Let's do some hippo.
They're here 10 hours a week for Quinn
Yeah, boss.
There you go.
and 4 hours for Juniper.
What is this?
Chicken.
It is a chicken. Well, when we first started working with June, she had no language. Like, she didn't even say mama for very consistently. She had no words.
Now he needs
An I. And now she has a ton of words. And when she can't figure out what the name of the item is, she will act it out, or she will tell you how you use it, or where you find it, or what it goes with.
We need his tail.
I can sit here and we can play, sustained play, for, he would play with us for 30 minutes or more. And 2 years ago, I could barely get him to sit in a chair.
When you're sitting with a mom or a dad and they tell you their child looked at them and asked them for a cookie, or in a case where they said, "I love you, Mommy," when you see that happen for the first time to someone, it changes your life.
I now look back and I don't know how we were able to survive some of those long days.
It definitely makes working easier knowing, there's light at the end of the tunnel.
I live every day with the effects of what it has done for us. It has given us back a dad that can be with us. How can you even express enough gratitude to anyone who has helped me connect with my child, who has helped me talk with my kid? There's no way I could adequately say thank you enough. It's overwhelming.